The land of Egypt is famous for its huge pyramids, its bandaged mummies, and its golden treasures. But how much you do know about ancient Egypt? Was the Great Pyramid built by slaves? How did mummification work? Here we share 5 lesser known facts. They did not ride camels. The camel was not used regularly in Egypt until the very end of dynastic age. Instead, the Egyptian used donkeys as beasts of burden and boats as a highly convenient means by transport. The river Nile flowed through the center of their fertile land, creating a natural highway. The current helps those who needed to rouse from south to north, while the wind made life easy for those who wished to sail in the opposite direction. The river was linked to settlements. Huge wooden barges were used to transport grain and heavy stone blocks. Light papyrus boat ferried people about their daily business. And every day, high above the river, the sun god Ra was believed to sail across the sky his solar boat. Not everyone was mummified. The mummy and eviscerated, dried and bandaged crops has become a defining Egyptian artifact. Yet mummification was an expensive and time-crossing process reserved for the more wealthy members of society. The vast majority of Egyptians that were buried in simple pits in the desert. So, why did the elite feel the need to mummify their dead? They believed that it was possible to live again after death, but only if the body returned a reconcilable. Ironically, this could have been achieved quite easy by burying the dead in desert. Contact with the hot desert, a natural discussion would then have occurred. But the elite wanted to be buried in coffins with tombs, and this meant that their crops no longer to direct contact with the sand start to rot. The twin requirements of elaborate burial equipment plus a reconcilable body lead to the signs of artificial mummification. The living shared food with the dead. The tomb was designed as an external home for mummified body, and the car spread their lived beside it. An accessible tomb chapel allowed families, well-wishers, and priests to visit the deceased and leave the regular offering that the car required, while a hidden burial chamber protected the mummy for harm. Within a tomb chapel, food and drink were offered on a regular basis. Having been spiritually consumed by the car, they were then physically consumed by the living. During the Feast of the Valley, an annual festival of death and renewal, many families spent their nights in the tomb. The hours of darkness were spent drinking and feasting by torchlight as the living celebrate their reunion with the dead. Egyptian women had equal rights with men. In Egypt, men and women of equivalent social status were treated as equals in eyes of the law. This means that women could own, earn, buy, sell, and inherit property. They could live unprotected by male guidance, and if widowed, be divorced, could raise their own children. They could bring causes before and be punished by the law courts, and they were expected to depart for absent husband in matters of business. scribe rarely wrote in hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphic writing, a script consisting of many hundred of intricate images, was beautiful to look at but time-consuming to create. It was therefore reserved for most important texts, the writings decorating tomb and temple walls, and texts recording royal achievements as they went about their daily business. Egypt's scribes routinely used hieratic, a simplified or shorthand from hieroglyphic writing. Towards the end of dynastic period, they used Demotic, an even more simplified version of hieratic. All these scripts were used to write in same accent. Few of the accent would have been able to read either hieroglyphics in hieratic. It is estimated that no more than 10% of population was literate. So viewers, what about our today's episode? Please leave your valuable comment in our comment section. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Until then, bye bye.